Everybody, Justin here from Launch Kids. Listen, do you still need a website with social media being such a high engagement platform, whether you're TikTok, YouTubing, tweeting, LinkedIning, or whatever you're doing? Do you still need a website? I'm going to answer this for restaurants and cafes right now. The same applies for home service. The same applies for professional service. The same applies for real estate agents. We study and work with 6 different verticals across the internet, and we have data to back this up. But let's just talk about restaurants and food industry because that's a popular place we get asked this question. So listen, here's why a website is going to beat social media in the long run every time. Um, 3 simple things, and I just want to show you data, show you examples, show you proof. Control. So number one, on a social media platform, you don't have control of how that looks, how that flows, whether it's compressed, how the video plays. Does it autoplay? Does it click to play? Do you get analytics on what they did or not? You just don't have control of your brand, your data. You don't know, that you can't show that you are involved with the community. You can't take large catering orders while at the same time simultaneously taking someone to get a pickup or delivery order. You just are limited by the platform. You don't have control. So here, if I'm searching like Spanish food, near me, or if I search Chinese food near me, or if I search soul food near me, all these answers in the Google Business Profile, if that's set up, you're going to win if you have reviews. You're going to win if you're linked to a website. And if you link it to your Facebook page, then they go there, you're losing all that power of control. So, Rocky's Barbecue, if you click on them, what you're going to see when it comes up is that, okay, it's linked to and has a website. And so if you bring up their website, there's a lot more story here about what they are. And they're not a client of ours. I'm just using it as an example. Like you can tell catering, about us, restaurants, you've got menus here that are full out ordering. You've got click throughs to social media. So if they want your social media, they're going to find you on social media. If you look them up on social media as an example, you're just seeing like the instant. You're just seeing this right now, which compare images like it's a compressed image, doesn't have all the power. You've got an oversized header. You have all these parameters that you don't have control of in your social versus, and again, I'm not saying this is like a glamorous example because I didn't build this website, but look at the power of presentation that you have on this website. You have better control when you're looking at your website. Number two, it's SEO. If you look right here, if we go back one and we're looking at any of these major, hey, I don't know who you are searches, you've got map pack searches and you've got reviews that show up there. But from an SEO perspective, your SEO in this case is all limited to reviews. It's all limited to proximity. It's all listing to citation congruency, how repetitious and consistent is your name, address, website, phone number across all different platforms, which is all part of your Google Business Profile. Because then when you go down here, these SEO specific, the results, 40% of people click on Map Pack, the rest of them scroll down. This is an SEO play. This is based on how your website's indexing, what it says about you, how often you update it, what people say, or what type of landing pages you have. Do you serve my area? You notice this a lot in Chinese food. Not everybody has their restaurants. They just have click through to social. And so it's really easy to rank by just getting these sites, which when you go to them, there's not a lot of great SEO power here, but guess what? No one else is doing it well. So if you just have a site in your industry, you're going to rank really well for the people that are maybe looking for, oh, do you have gluten-free stuff? Do you make a, certain type of recipe? Do you have pickup, delivery, takeout, catering? All these deeper questions that your social isn't going to answer cleanly, your website can clearly present these answers. Here's one that we have built as an example, and it really speaks to growth. The third thing is growth. When you build your own website, you have the potential for growth. Here is a site that we did. This is their social, right? So Burning Bridge Tavern. You're crunched here on the headers. You're crunched how stuff is displayed. You can even see there's cut off text there. You're just showing people what the most recent thing is, and you're limited in terms of what kind of reviews you're presenting based on who's reviewed you on your social versus who has reviewed you. If you look here and you go to their, look at that, 700 reviews. So when you have a website backing up your review profile and your growth or in your service, then you say a lot more than what you see on a glance on a social media platform. Like this doesn't say 700 reviews. This says 400 reviews. And depending on your industry, your town, your location, what that number is really a huge deal in whether or not you get a first time customer. But once you build your own website, you can see here, I know my video view is blocking this, but you have a much cleaner, beautiful presentation where you can control over every element, how it looks. And guess what? There's no platform that's going to come through and say you can't look like that. Need more, change that up. Um, Look at this. I mean, just gorgeous, beautiful stuff. Mobile friendly, control over every element here on the vertical experience. So when you look at control, you've got it on a website. When you look at SEO power and value, you have it on a website. You can do things like build out full menu pages and go to a menu page and have just a wonderful experience where you're eating with your eyes before you even sit down at the table. Come on. Who doesn't want that if you're in a restaurant? Or take your service, take your profession, take your agency. I mean, you can just fall in love before you walk in the door. Same thing with your visual presentation of your brands um, online. So a website gives you control, and it gives you, your SEO power, and then it also gives you growth opportunities. If you want to grow into catering, you want to grow into local events, you want to list local events happening in the community. Again, a greater SEO play. I mean, just click around on here. It's so fun. It's easy to navigate. Imagine doing this on a social media. Well, do it on their social media platform. I mean, even on your phone, you're just going to be going, uh, trying to look for stuff, trying to find events. Wait, where did Facebook move that thing now? I mean, it's even just frustrating talking about it. You can't control the algorithm on social media either. You can't control how it serves you up, where it shows you. You can't control Google's algorithm either. I understand that, but you posting that you have this thing happening does not guarantee it shows up in front of all your followers. In fact, research suggests it's 5 to 10% unless you're paying and boosting and targeting that post. So social media, it's just not as powerful as a website. Um, and you're not then victim to the whims of, the content, people that control those social media platforms. Maybe you even post something that they don't like or support something that they don't like. And then, all hell breaks loose on social media in terms of filtering algorithms, blocking, and all that. So you can just do so much more on a website. Now, should you break the bank to build a website for your brand? The answer is no. Don't put yourself in jeopardy of your next food order, your next service parts, fill up on your service vehicle. You should be able to affordably build a website that's smart, mobile friendly, responsive, with a team that's local or at least stateside, responsive, knows what they're doing. That's why we started Launch Kits, because we can offer those for $750 to you. You can choose some other add-ons if you want, but you shouldn't be breaking the bank to build a smart, fast website and then settling, because you don't have a website, to just be victim to social media, social platforms, and a social presentation. A website's going to help you win every time. So hopefully this data, looking around at sites, seeing what we have to offer, can help you make an educated decision on how you can enhance your presence on social media with a website, and so that social media becomes a validating, where do I eat around here? Someone can tag you, but then they're going to look you up. They're going to read reviews. They're going to want to see a website. How do I check in? How do I order? Where do I go? Where's the parking? How do I do catering? Can I call in? Do I have to reserve? All those things, man, a website's going to help communicate crystal clear.